Now, recently, Nigeria took a significant step towards promoting economic cooperation with its West African neighbors by signing a new tax treaty with ECOWAS countries. This move aims to simplify tax compliance, reduce double taxation, and attract investment. What does this mean for businesses, investors, and individuals operating in the region? And to help us dissect the implications of this treaty alongside other reforms that have been ongoing in Nigeria is Edwin Nwoko. He is managing partner Nwoko Edwin and Co. Chartered Accountants. You're welcome to Business Express.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
Okay, Mr. Nwoko, before we delve into whatever partnerships Nigeria is reaching out with other West African countries, talking about the tax treaty, there's been efforts by the present administration to ensure that taxation is taken to another level, not by increasing taxes, but by making reforms that to ensure much more better compliance and deployment of technology. To that effect, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria decided to put in place a tax reform committee headed by Taiwo Oyedele. And we understand that that committee has also delivered on quick wins and moving on to long-term wins and all of that. Can you, in your own words, give us possible your assessment, your perception on the work that's been done so far? We have more than 60 different taxes, levies, and dues, if you may call it that, in Nigeria. Officially, unofficially, we have almost 300. And the present administration is saying, is it possible for us to have all these taxes, not up to 10, single digit, and still raking a lot of revenues? Tell us about that.
You see, the issue here is that over the years, Nigeria has been grappled with a lot of tax problems. A situation where the taxpayers had to pay over 60 types of taxes, and that has been seen as stippling to businesses in Nigeria. So when this administration, the current administration came in, the president deemed it necessary to look into it in order to make life better for the business community in Nigeria, investors, local and foreign investors. So the committee was inaugurated, the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms, headed by, rightly said, Taiwo Oyedele. So what the committee has done is to have a look at these different taxes, and rightly so, because it's been seen that the challenge here is that you have non-state actors who exploit business owners in Nigeria in getting money that is not even going to the government. So what the committee has done is to streamline these taxes. The recommendations, about 20 recommendations have been made actually to the president, waiting for approval. We understand that there are quick wins, as the committee put it, and these are to ensure that businesses are able to operate efficiently while also making sure that government gets its fair share of taxes due to it. As it is right now, the effort is to make sure that taxes don't go more than 9, at least we have 9. It's been established that about 10 tax types in Nigeria contribute over 99% to what goes into the federation account. So as it is today, the government is ensuring that businesses are made to just pay within 9 types of tax, not more than 9 types of taxes. The committee has been able to make its report to harmonize these taxes. What actually led to this also is the incidence of multiple taxation, at both the federal, state, and local government tax jurisdictions, where people have to begin to pay all manner of taxes. So the committee has been able to harmonize this, and a recommendation has been made. A lot of incentives have also been made. There are contribution towards incentives, such that taxpayers will be encouraged to pay their taxes without being pressed to do so.
Okay,
Thank
Mr.
you very
Nwoko,
much.
sorry to hold your thoughts at this point. You talked about what led to these reforms that we're having now, talking about multiple taxations from the federal government to the state and to the local government, thereby stifling the growth of businesses. We've had the tax identification number, which to a large extent every person, whether you're a worker, you're into business, supposed to have such a number. Couldn't that initiative been able to tame multiple taxation at that level? And if it couldn't, as it is clearly spelled out, now going forward with all these reforms and the deployment of technology, how can all of these efforts at present go to rake in more revenue for government at this time?
Yeah, don't forget that tax identification number introduced all taxpayers are supposed to have that. But you also don't forget that there are people in local areas who have not been reached, you know. So there are those who are outside the tax bracket. And that is why the government, one of the things that the committee has also done is to begin to think about digitizing the system so that it has been ongoing already, but effort is being made to improve on this so that those who are outside the tax bracket can be brought in. Now, with the digitization of our tax system, in fact, this tax identification number may have to be done away with, such that once the system is digitized, wherever you are, as it happens in other clients, once you are into you effect transactions and you earn income, the system automatically takes care of the tax system in terms of the assessment, collection, and monitoring of what happens within the tax system. So tax identification on its own is good, but we are looking at, the government is currently looking at going beyond that to digitize it so that wherever people are, you know, with technology that is being deployed, and that happens everywhere. Go to South Africa, go to United Kingdom and all that. You see that people don't have to bother about going to tax offices to do some things because the system makes sure that wherever, once transactions takes place, these things are automatically taken from them and then accounted for to the government.
Okay, talking about this deployment of technology, I understand just shortly before the coming in of this present administration, the last administration was partnering this association, MATAN, the Market Traders Association of Nigeria, where there was going to be some level of biometrics for all traders across Nigeria, starting from Lagos. I don't know whether you know about that partnership and how far that is going, and how can that actually help expand the tax net to capture those who are outside the net at present?
You see, like I said earlier on, there are those who have been outside the tax net, especially those in the informal sector, those in the business, in marketplaces, who are not being reached because of, for whatever reasons. So this partnership is about being able to reach out to them in the marketplaces, making sure that's why they have set up committees and to be headed by different set of people who will make sure that these traders, those in the informal sector, are able to now key into the tax reform by the government. And again, we talked about that is where the issue of this technology also comes in. Because what is currently going to happen is that the tax business people in the marketplaces will have to be organized so that there is a pool, the monies are being taken together and put into the account of the government. So the committee has been working, and that partnership, I can tell you, is effective, and within a very short space of time, we're going to see the dividends.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Edwin and Nwoko, for sharing your thoughts on the way to go on taxation in Nigeria. Thank you.